There's just over 100 days until the new year, so here's what you need to do this month to get ready for 2025. First, we're gonna choose our training, then we're going to start our 12-week year. We're going to create our value statement, then get into the holiday spirit, and finally, plan like a pro. You might be thinking, who cares about the new year? Well, if you're one of those people, all the more reason for you to pay attention to how we are getting ready, because why wait until January 1 to become your best self? So let's break out the planner and get things started. The first thing we're gonna do is choose our training. I actually just got done running my third half marathon, my first one after having babies. I gotta say, it was harder this time. It really was. 29-year-old Amy, you don't know what you have. I really wanted to beat my last time, but I was 10 years younger. So I guess it's no surprise that I didn't. I set the goal, I finished, that's what's important. But the main thing was that I had something that helped guide me as I was starting to feel more like myself. Did I need to run a half marathon? No. Was it a tangible goal that I could train for that would keep me on track? Yes, and quite frankly, the baby sleeps in a stroller, so you can multitask in that case. So instead of just setting arbitrary goals or thinking about what you're hoping to do in the next year and what your New Year's resolutions might be, what could you train for? Get my baby body back is very arbitrary, but feel better and get active is different when I have a specific plan that helped me to get ready for a half marathon. The race itself was just sort of the formality for the training program that I was on. So what could you be training for? What's something that's important to you? What do you want to be true about yourself? What do you hope to be doing next year? How can you start training for it? So maybe there's some books, maybe there's other types of literature, courses, something that you can do to start brushing up on a skill set. Choose what you're training for. In your planner for your month, you might think about, okay, what are the books that I'm going to read if I'm working on this particular training plan? Let's say the training plan is that you want to make better use of your time. So in terms of mastery, you might write down some books that you will want to have at the ready, either buy them, get them on your Kindle, borrow them from the library so that you can start reading them and begin your training. If you're working on managing your time better, you might read Good Morning, Good Life by yours truly. You could also read Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Amazing book. I actually think I'm going to be doing a video on some of his subject matter in the near future. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. And of course, we love getting things done. This one's by David Allen. You've heard me talk about this quite a bit on the channel in the last year, and another one to help you brush up on managing your time better. So rather than just picking random books and random goals, what are you training for and how can the literature help to guide you and start to begin that process? Choose your training this month to start to get ready for a way better year. Next, we're gonna start our 12-week year. You heard me talk about this in the last episode of 2025 Ready because I wanted to give you the heads up that if you wanted to plan for a 12-week year in 2024, you have one more chance to do so. If you don't know what a 12-week year is, there is a great book about it. Definitely check it out. But the idea is simply, what do you think you can achieve in a year? What if you instead decided, I'm not going to give myself a whole year to try to reach that goal. I'm going to make a plan to do it in 12 weeks. And so your execution and your focus is going to look a lot different when you're not giving yourself all this extra room and time to do something. So like I said in the last video, you could have started September 3rd and ended just before the Thanksgiving holiday, which is great because then you do it before all the holiday craziness at the end of the year throws you off course. If you're watching this now, let's say you start September 9th. You could be done with a whole 12-week year, whatever it is that you wanted to focus on for that time, by December 1st, which is still giving you that nice big buffer at the end of the year to say, okay, what did we achieve in that amount of time? Wow, that's amazing. Didn't think I could do that in 12 weeks. Thought it would take 12 months. And then decide what you're going to do for the new year. Okay, so what are we going to actually do for a 12-week year? What are we going to make happen? Well, think about a goal you might have decided to set for 2025. What is it? Something that you said, okay, I could do this in 12 months. But instead, what if I did it sooner and in way less time? You never know until you try. My recommendation, especially if this is really new territory for you, is to just choose one thing. One thing that you were thinking, oh, I'll do it in January, or one thing that feels like it will take forever. There's a very good chance that you're choosing something that does take a very long time because you need a lot of reps, you need a lot of practice, you need some time to pass, you need to get better, you need to go through the hard part. But if you had a very focused period of time, 12 weeks, to say, I'm going to give it my 100%, my all, and do as much as I can toward it in that time so that you can shorten the learner's curve, so you can shorten the amount of time that it takes to get better. That is going to progress you in potentially a 1 year training period down to now just 12 weeks. So let's say you wanted to start a business and you're like, okay, well, I need to figure out how to get more customers. Well, maybe the main focus is that you're going to work on how to sell yourself as much as possible. Just that part of business. I just want to get really good at crafting my message and selling myself. And it's all I'm going to focus on for 12 weeks. Let's see if I can get one customer. I think you'll be surprised at how many you can get if that's your focus. The same thing goes for a wellness goal. If you say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, I'm going to give myself a year to do that. Okay, that's fine. And you need to be very healthy. And it's supposed to be, let's say, if you ask a medical professional, 1 pound a week is going to be the most that would keep you on a sustainable and healthy track to lose weight. But if you were very focused on something, instead of losing 10 pounds in a year, you could lose 12 pounds in 12 weeks. If it was a huge amount of your focus, if you just wanted to get that one thing across the finish line before 2025. So we're going to set the 12-week year goal of learn to sell myself and get one customer. And another example, not saying you should take on too much, but let's just say lose 10 pounds. I recommend you choose the right health goal for you. If it's not to lose a certain amount of weight, if it's something else, just make it as measurable as possible. I'm using this as an example. Maybe now that the market is starting to change in the United States, you're thinking about buying a house soon. So if you could make a huge difference for yourself rather than taking a whole additional year to make that happen, what if in the next 12 weeks you made it your sole purpose just to save a little bit of money for that down payment? How much could we save? Let's say I'm going to spend the next 12 weeks doing nothing but being absolutely focused on figuring out how I can save $5,000. Let's just see if we can make it happen. This sounds so small and this sounds like nothing compared to what a down payment is, but that's what makes people not start. And that is what makes people not look at the opportunity of just a little bit at a time, but focused a little bit at a time. And every week when you go to measure, where am I in these 12 weeks? How am I doing in my $5,000 goal? Okay, how can I just get to that milestone for this week? How do we just make sure there's that much saved so we have this amount at the end of this period? Just to prove to yourself it's possible when you don't look for the huge sweeping amounts of money to come in and save the day, but see that it's the little that stacks up over time that makes the difference. Choose the 12-week goal that's right for you and just start. Don't get all freaked out about it. How am I going to organize it? How am I going to make sure I stay focused? Just pick one thing. It's really easy if you're absolutely obsessed with one thing. Just pick one thing, stay focused on it, give yourself the 12-week period to say, I'm going to do this because I think it takes a year, but I'm going to prove it doesn't. See what happens. What happens if you've got $3,000? Maybe you wouldn't have had that before. What happens if you lost 5 pounds? But you weren't going to do it until after the holidays. And so now you're ahead of the game and you're more focused during the holidays. What happens if you learn to sell yourself? You got 1 customer, maybe you got 3 customers, and now you're like, maybe I could get 10. Now we're talking and you have gone through the learner's curve of getting better to make it more possible. I could talk about this one all day. This is supposed to be one segment of the video. I'm sorry, but do a 12-week year goal. It is amazing what you're capable of in a shorter period of time. The third thing I want you to do is to prepare your value statement. This is going to be true for everyone, no matter what it is you're hoping to achieve for yourself, something that you've thought in the back of your mind is a goal of yours. Create your value statement. Here's what this means. Do you ever find that you're not doing the things that matter to you because you're doing so many things that other people are asking you to do? And then do you also find that as soon as you see somebody coming to ask you to do something, that you might think in the back of your head, I know exactly what's about to happen. I really wish they were asking me to do something else. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're at work and there's somebody who you work with, who you are their go-to person for the stuff they don't want to do, okay? You guys have this unspoken agreement for some reason because you did it once and you keep doing it. Let's say it's that you make their copies for them. You make copies for them at the copier. Now, again, if this is your boss, that's probably different. You should probably make those copies. But this person who is not your boss is asking you to make copies for them. And you see it coming every time. Here they come. They're going to ask me to make those copies again. And I'm going to do it because I literally have no idea how to say no. But what I wish that person was doing is asking me if I could contribute to an amazing project that they're working on, because I think it would actually help my career grow in this position. Wouldn't it be awesome if they thought of me as a partner to collaborate and make that project better? No. They think that I'm the one who should be making the copies. What do you wish people were asking you to do? You've probably not thought about it because you're so consumed with, here they come, I'm going to be right about this because I know exactly what they're going to ask and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it because I'm a nice person. Yes, you nice doormat, you are a nice person. I don't want you to change anything yet. I just want you to ask yourself, what do I wish everyone, someone, those types of people, what do I wish they were asking me? What do I wish they were asking me to do? This is your value statement. So on the topic of career, if your side business was getting more action, you'd probably be happy, right? So somebody might be coming and asking you for help, like, oh, you seem really good at that. You make videos on the internet. Can you show me how to do it? How do you hit record? Okay, I could tell you how to do that. But what I wish you were asking me is how I might be able to coach you into the best video creator that ever lived in your industry, because I could do that for you. Maybe you're hoping to land your dream job and that people kind of know you're in the market looking, but they're not asking you how they can be supportive, but you just think, I want my dream job. Where's my dream job? Maybe you just really enjoy live music. Maybe you want to go to more concerts. Maybe you want to go to more shows and you wish more people were asking you if you wanted to go to something because quite frankly, you don't even care who it is. It's so much fun when you go that you would go if you had someone to go with. Maybe you're looking for a partner in life, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a friend, a wife, a husband. Maybe you are looking for that and you're trying to figure out how you can meet more people to be able to make it happen at some point when the time is right. You need to know what you want so you know what you want people to ask you for. Ideally, when somebody says to you offhandedly, not expecting you to say much, maybe they do, what can I do to help you? How can I support you? You need to have your value statement at the ready. So I will say when somebody says, what do you have going on? I would say, oh, well, if you know anyone who wants help turning their brilliance into a brand and leverage video content to make that happen, send them my way because I'm a great coach for that. If you're still looking for your dream job and somebody asks if they can support you, then your value statement might be that you help organizations expand their reach with digital marketing and that you're looking for the next great opportunity. So if you hear of anything that comes up, shoot it your way. If somebody says, what's going on? Are you having fun lately? No, but if you know anyone who likes to go to concerts or mentions a concert to you, just let them know I'll be their concert buddy because I live for it. That's a great value statement. Sounds like a lot of fun too. Maybe I'm projecting. And finally, when somebody says, how are you? How are things going? How could it be better? You say, you know what? If you meet a nice person and they are available, I would love to just go on a low pressure date with them. I love meeting new people. And I think the more people you meet, the more fun and interesting life gets. What is your value statement? How can you put out into the world what you want and what you hope people will ask you, what you hope people will want you to do to get better? Hope that they can do to help you because people actually really do want to help each other. If you don't have that sentence ready, if you don't have that desire ready, if you don't have that genuine nature available for people to understand, it's probably not going to come your way. Not fast and maybe not ever. This is not just a great way to get ready for 2025. This is a great way to get ready for your life. You should always be ready with how somebody can help you. Next, we're going to get into the holiday spirit. I'm extremely biased on this one. You may not care about the holidays. I just love them because they're a way to end the year to reflect. What we always do is we have a family holiday card. every year. Ever since I got married in 2017, we've had a card every year. And especially now that I have kids, it's even more important to me. So in September, I make sure that all the things are ready to go. I have locked in a photographer. We know where we're going to be. We need to decide on a theme, shop for wardrobe, and just get ahead on all of that because it takes time for photos to come back so that you can get them printed as cards, have the cards sent to the house, buy the stamps, make sure they're holiday themed, get them in the mail. And I like to do that pretty much right after the Thanksgiving holiday so that they are done and done at the beginning of December. A lot of people think I'm crazy that I still do this, but I am so romantic about snail mail. Okay, I love a handwritten thank you note. I love a holiday card. We used to even sign our holiday cards. I think we might bring that back again now that Bianca's a little bit old enough to care about scribbling on a card. There's just so many. I don't know if I have the patience for that just yet. You don't have to do a lot with a holiday card. You just capture a moment in time. And I actually think I'm going to start creating a display for these to be holiday decor, that we would frame every card that we have had in the past and show them off at that time of year. I just think it's like a fun decoration idea too. You put so much time and money into them, you might as well make the most of it. So if you are doing holiday cards like I am, then start thinking about it now because your photographers are booking up. And you know what? Go the iPhone route if you want to. But I think the biggest thing is what has been the theme of the year? Where have you been? What has been the most exciting thing for the family? How can you encapsulate that in a photo and share that with your friends and family? And finally, you're gonna plan like a pro, which you can do with the Good Morning Good Life Planner. I highly recommend you check it out. It is in my shop. I'll link to it in the description below. By the way, there's a secret discount code in the description below that only a few of you have ever realized, which I find fascinating. We are restocking for 2025, shipping in December, and I am so excited about it. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of 2025 Ready, and I'll see you then.